Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Here for You. My name is Celine, and I'm here with Hassan, Cody, and Nadesh. And today we're gonna discuss anime.
The topic everyone loves.
Not everyone.
Most of the people love, like,
Yes. You either love it or hate it.
mostly love it.
I think if you don't like anime, you're a bit like, who doesn't like anime? Honest, I mean,
Exactly.
you have to be a bit, cringe.
Yeah.
Man, like,
Yeah. But there are some judgmental people that think that anime is just
it's like saying I don't
cartoons.
like cartoons. It's just
Yeah, exactly.
See, we have already got like many intellectuals in this call right now. So yeah, so I guess I should introduce myself a bit. For those of you who don't know, my name is Hassan. I'm the editor of this podcast, and I have been watching anime since a long time, but I recently got back into it because I stopped for a while in there. And my favorite anime is, well, I like anime, so I don't really have any favorite. So, anyone else? What about you?
I mean, I only recently started re-watching anime and getting back into it because I started watching it a few years ago, but then I stopped because my choice of anime back then wasn't all that good. I wasn't watching the best of shows and I lost interest really quickly. So now I started re-watching it and finding actually good shows after some research and recommendations. So yeah, I'm actually liking it now.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I mean,
I
in my
started.
opinion, no anime is a bad anime. So whatever you were watching,
I'm
it
so
was
mad. I
fine.
think there are a couple of bad anime.
There are bits that are just, you know,
Okay, I guess there are bad animes.
I
There
started out.
definitely
I
are.
started out with Death Note. Has anyone seen Death Note?
I have never
Yes.
seen that show and I do not intend on watching it. I am
Nadesh, have
so
you watched
sorry.
anime, Nadesh?
That's one of the classics.
Yes, I have. But
What
I'm
have you
very
seen, Luna? Like
picky.
Yuri on Ice?
Yes, I've definitely watched that.
I need to
I've
watch
watched
that.
Tokyo Ghoul. I've watched
I'm gonna
like a
fight you.
bunch of other stuff.
If you've watched Yuri on Ice and you haven't watched Death Note,
Exactly. Dici
Haven't heard of it.
botta.
Nice. Haven't.
hija botta kbira. Eh, Lemma Death Note is a classic. Like, you can't go wrong with classics.
Okay, guys, before we progress any further, I think we should all like introduce ourselves. Cody and Nadesh, just like give a bit of an introduction, like who you are and what
Uh,
you do in like this podcast group, and then how many anime experience you have. Okay?
okay.
So,
I'm Cody. I do a lot of the research for the podcast group, or I'm supposed to. Um, I, I I've been watching anime for a long time. I think I started in around like 2012. I started watching Death Note. I started with that. I haven't seen a lot of anime, but like I'm into the culture. Like, I know what's going on. I think my top three anime would be like Tokyo Ghoul, the first couple of seasons, or then the last couple of seasons, kind of. What else? Naruto. I only started Naruto recently. Must like bellezza. Um, and Lalla, what's that? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
oof,
Oh, I need to watch that.
I need to watch that one as well. Yeah.
That looks so good.
For our viewers, beware because there's a lot of this gonna be like, ooh, I need to watch that. Ooh, I need to watch that. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, so before you get any further, just keep that in mind. Okay. Saying that, I need to watch Full Metal Alchemist as well.
Yeah.
Nadesh, introduce.
Hi. I'm part of the scripting team, so I basically just try to build up the conversation going within the podcast. I started watching anime from like maybe when I was 10, 11. My very first anime was the Sword Art Online movie, which is not a very good start. Mm, to be honest, I didn't even watch it all because I was like, I don't know what's happening. But like then my second anime, It was Beyond the Boundary. It's a very underrated anime. So I properly started off with that, and I could say it's one of my favorites. My second favorite is Owari no Seraph, and I actually don't have a third one. I don't have a third favorite anime. I'm so
Okay,
sorry.
okay. Um, I started watching anime at a really early age as well. So, and my first anime was Dragon Ball Z, and I would say that was a really good start because in the evening, watching TV while two characters are fighting and there are lots of flashes, a young me was like just in love with that thing. Okay,
It's cartoons, but they are not for children. They are
No,
not for children.
definitely not for children.
just watch Tokyo Ghoul, you will understand people. Okay, what I was trying to say is for those of our viewers who don't know what anime is, they're basically Japanese style animations that are more of their culture oriented, and there are lots of genres in that category anime, and you guys should really watch it and Google it if you
Or
don't.
at least try it out.
Yeah, strongly recommended anime. So there's a lot of this. Why do you guys like anime?
I like it because of the art, honestly.
Yeah, some animes have really great animation. Like it's amazing, and I like the fact that like they have really original storylines. Like God bless,
Yeah.
Netflix
Yeah.
could never.
Netflix literally could never. Have you watched their live action Death Note?
Thankfully, I haven't.
Oh, if you wanna talk about anime plots, man, try to explain. Have any of you seen JoJo's? Try to explain the plot of JoJo's.
Oh my god. I
I
tried
haven't.
to start watching it.
I
Yeah,
haven't.
it would take me about an hour and like a whiteboard and a couple of different colored
A
markers, and
presentation, a whole PowerPoint.
I could maybe like explain to you the plot of the first episode, and that's it.
A prezi.
Yeah, like before you start, Isma, here's what you need to know, and it takes 3 hours, and then I have to follow up with a lecture after the first episode so I can explain to you what happened.
Definitely. I literally gave up on that because I could not understand
Yeah,
most of
you
it.
should keep going. Like the first season of JoJo's is a bit, it's a lot different than the other seasons. Like, the first season is it's not as engaging. I think there are a lot of people who skip it and go straight to part 2 or part 3.
I might do that then.
Yeah, trust me, man, it's worth watching part 1. And then you get to part 3 and you're confused.
Yeah. Might get confused even if I watch everything. So
Yeah, man, it's all about fucking magical ghosts fighting vampires and stone masks and the pillar men, and it's weird, man.
Okay, in my opinion, I like anime because it's really diverse. The animation is a good bit part of it, but the storyline, some of the anime has a really good storyline. And one of my favorite genres is romance, slice of life, magic, and action, and blah 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 blah. I have watched all of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, and at one point it was my favorite anime, and the storyline of it was really good. Yeah, basically, like because of the story, I watched the anime because of the story. That's my point.
quick question to everyone. Have
Yeah.
you ever cried because of an anime?
No, I'm just
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just built different. I don't cry because of anime.
I'm not an emotional person myself, but I remember when I watched my favorite anime, I was just eating chips in my room. I'm like, what is happening? I was not expecting this, and I just got emotional out of nowhere.
I mean, there are some truly sad anime like A Silent Voice, Weathering with You, etc., etc. Like I watched them with the intent of crying, but in the end, I couldn't cry for some reason. Maybe I'm a psychopath. Cody,
No,
what?
but when your favorite character dies,
Oh my
do not
God.
get me
I
started.
think I really got close to crying, man. Death Note. When no much crying. Like I was really mad and frustrated man, when Elle died. You know, so like, how are they going to continue this? Like, and I wasn't invested in Nier
Wait,
or
wait.
Mellow.
Spoiler alert.
Don't you dare. No spoilers.
No, no
Spoiler.
spoiler
No
alerts. No
Spoiler,
spoiler
you're 12
alerts.
years old. If you haven't watched Death Note, you're doing something wrong. So, imma, spoiler alert, when he died, I wasn't invested in the other characters. I don't care if they win now, So I was like, I was really emotional about it.
To me, the worst part, not worst, the most like emotionally abusive part is when like a character dies, but then like later on it's revealed that they didn't actually die.
I think that's,
Do not get me started. Do not get me started.
in my opinion, that counts as like a good plot twist. Like,
Yeah.
for example, Naruto. Okay, Cody, I know you just started watching Naruto. How far are you?
Plug your ears.
Yeah, see, I'm like episode 4. My friends have already spoiled all of it, so it's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, okay, so you're already spoiled. So, giving example of Naruto, got the guy Obito from Kakashi's team. Yeah, he's still alive basically, and he will be like the catalyst of the Great Ninja Force War, whatever. And he died, but like they used his death as a catalyst of a really big plot twist, and then used him in a way that like really brought out the importance of people. I don't know if I'm making sense or not, but yeah, I just like the fight in that anime basically. I don't know what I'm talking about. Moving on.
Oh, wow, can I ask a question? Who's your favorite anime character of all time?
Oh god.
Listen, I'm a Libra. I can't choose.
Same.
I can't choose.
Oh, let's not bring
Same.
star signs into this stuff, please. I don't care if you're a Libra, a Virgo, a Gemini.
I'm
Stella,
indecisive.
Stella Maris.
Exactly.
I'm
I am very indecisive. No, wait, guys. Who do you kin?
Who do you what?
Who do you kill?
Who do you kin?
Really,
K-I-N.
What's that supposed to mean? What does that mean? I'm confused.
Who do you
It's
relate to the
basically-
most?
Exactly. It's a character.
Who do
relate
you
to.
kin? I thought you said who would you kill?
Oh
No.
Yeah,
I have no idea who.
no! I personally feel like I relate a lot to Sebastian Michaelis from Black Butler.
Oomph, no.
I'm really
No.
sorry. I'm really sorry. But that's just my personal opinion. Please don't attack me for it.
It's okay. If it makes you feel better, I didn't know who I kin, so I just did a quiz online and I got Eren Jaeger from Attack on Titan.
I personally I've been compared a lot to a character from Haikyuu, because I had blonde hair and like it's short and I'm introverted and it's very confusing. I never watched Haikyuu and I didn't really plan on it, but now that I've been compared to this character so much, I forgot their name, but I've been compared to him so much. So
What's the big hype about Haikyuu, guys? Can somebody
They
explain?
just play volleyball.
yeah,
Just
they just
Exactly,
play
like,
volleyball.
it's just
high
like
school
vol-
kids playing volleyball.
Like I don't know. I don't understand what's like. Why is my whole feed is full of Haikyuu and people just simping about characters in Haikyuu? Like
I think just a lot of people find the art very appealing.
yeah, it's not even that good.
If you know what I mean.
Simple art, guys.
Moving on.
Yes. Moving on. What?
Oh, Homie Hassan got the Walter White hat, Straight up Heisenberg.
I don't have no idea what you're talking about, but
You don't know about
I look
Breaking
cool.
Bad. It's not an
we're
anime.
talking about anime now.
Side tangent, Malay. You don't know what Breaking Bad is.
No.
Hella, you're missing out, man. Start watching Breaking Bad. Screw anime. Start watching Breaking
Excuse
Bad.
me, this is an anime podcast. We do not tell anime to screw off.
All right, let's not. No, actually, though, if you have some, watch it. It's a really good series.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. This-
Anime characters that I kin. The guy out from Doctor Stone, man. Not the actual. Not what's his name? Out the actual Doctor Stone. That one guy that has all the rocks. He collects all the shiny rocks. And then Dr. Stone is like, oh, that's gold, man. We can make money out of it. And he's like, what? What do you mean? Like, Ara, look, Mr. Dottore, if I hit these two rocks together, they make a spark.
Interessanti ħafna.
Very
Basically, what I'm saying is I like to collect rocks.
okay. That's an interesting way of saying that. Interesting hobby.
I don't think we've introduced manga yet. And that's a big part of anime.
Yeah, that's a big part of anime. Should I give a little bit of a background on what manga is?
Go on.
Okay, so basically, from what I know, manga are like comic book series that are done in a similar way to animations and anime drawings and whatever. And manga is a big part of anime because it inspires a big part of it. And not most, but many animes are based on these manga comics.
And for those of our viewers who prefer manga over anime, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of fight between you and me. Because I prefer anime over manga.
It's
You
How do you guys
opinionated.
prefer manga or anime?
I don't really have an
Yeah,
opinion,
yeah.
but like the manga, it has more closure. To be honest,
Yeah, it's
because anime
it's
is
like when
rushed.
people say if you prefer the book over the movie.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It just depends on
I mean,
your
I-
like attention span.
I'm gonna be honest, like I don't really like the format of the manga because there's like block, kaboom, punch. These are the words. How do you understand the storyline of best of that thing? Like I don't understand. I'd rather prefer a book over a movie, but mangas are just complicated.
Yeah,
for me
but
to
that's because
understand.
you're not used to it. If you get used to it and how it's like formatted and everything, you find it more appealing to
Oh, so
actually read.
do any of you own manga?
I
I-
want to, but I don't.
Yeah.
I have a couple
I
of,
do own manga, and that's why
One
I'm
Punch
saying
Man.
that it's complicated.
Oh,
and I have
I borrowed a
Just-
few manga
I have some
books.
Death Note.
It's complicated for me to understand, so I just like it just stays in my room.
It's nice to
collecting
own.
dust.
Yeah, like I've read through them a couple of times, and it's nice to own. But I prefer the series. I prefer the anime because I feel like there's a lot more. Ironically, there's a lot more animation to it. So like even fight scenes as well. You get into it because
Yeah, fight scenes, I do agree. It's more like, appealing to actually watch it happen besides like reading through them. Because watching it happen takes longer and like it's more entertaining than reading through it. Because like reading through it, you just get like the beginning, the middle, and the end.
True. Guys, do you have any favorite quotes from a anime character? 'Cause in my
Oh my
opinion,
god.
it's a big factor of anime because the philosophical side of it.
I have a lot. I can't even remember them all.
In my opinion, Madara is like one of the best. Madara has one of,
I was just about to say the same thing, man.
and
Madara.
even like Attack on Titans, Captain Levi, his famous quote, what was it? Give up your dreams and charge to your death, something like that. That one was really
Yes, I was going to do that. I love that so
Madara,
much, man. It's so
Madara, when
iconic.
he says, wake up to reality, and I'm like, all right, man, ciao.
exactly.
I'm done.
Exactly. That one just like got me so excited that I punched a wall. Like the emotion in that you won't understand, Celine, because it's
I know, I'm uncultured.
art. Okay, anime quotes are a big part of anime, and I'm joking, I would not kill someone. I would make someone unconscious if they disrespect an anime character's quote. That's a bit of an overreaction. Moving on.
As someone who hasn't watched that much anime, I've obsessed over. I recently just finished watching Bungo Stray Dogs, like
I
all
love
of
that
it.
show. I love
And
that
I
show.
love it so much. I'm completely obsessed with it. And I feel like it raised the bar for me so high that I can't find any other anime that just reaches the satisfaction that I get from that show. So I just keep rewatching episodes from it.
But what genre is it? I haven't heard of this.
It's supernatural, but it's also like comedy and also drama, and it has a ton of really good plot twists. And like even the characters are weirdly like funny but
They
also
have a lot of
original.
character development as
Yes,
well. It's
yes,
really good.
definitely. And like there are some things that you completely don't think would happen.
What is it about?
It's about
It's
like
about
a detective agency. I'm sorry, I just get really excited.
no, it's okay.
talk
Go
about-
on, go on.
Not like we have much of a material to talk about anyway.
Yeah. It's about this detective agency, and most of them, if not like 99% of them, it's a small agency, 99% of them have superpowers, right? And like the world knows that these people exist, that they like people have superpowers, and they basically have to protect any other situation or any other place where superpower activities happen or superpower crimes happen. And there's a port mafia that's included, and like the port mafia has a ton of people that have superpowers as well, and like sometimes they like get together to help like spread the worser off evil, but they also like fight each other all the time as well. And the characters inside the actual detective agency are the good characters, and they're the characters that you're supposed to like, but sometimes you end up liking the people from the mafia, and it's just so good. And one of the characters, this isn't much of a spoiler because it's revealed in the first episode, but the main character is suicidal. But suicidal in the place where it's like it's shed in a good light. Not a good light, what am I talking about? Like a positive, like funny comedic light. And like in the very first episode, the very first 10 minutes, he tries to drown himself. So
Um,
that's where the type of line is set. The jokes are quite not, it's kind of dark, but not really.
okay, disclaimer to our viewers: suicide is not funny. It's not.
No.
And,
Suicide is a very serious thing.
please contact professionals so they can help you.
Yes,
We're talking
exactly.
about anime, okay?
Unofficial
and,
plug if you're
I'm-
having suicidal thoughts. Kellimni.com is like there's people 24/7 like ready
Yeah,
to
yeah.
talk
And
to you.
they
It's a
have
very good.
apps. You can also call 179 and stuff for any
Genuinely,
sort of
they're really nice
situations.
people.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
just saying to you viewers, we're talking about anime. So whatever we say and joke about, don't take it too seriously.
Exactly.
We are just kids as well, and we make mistakes. Okay.
Yes.
Moving on.
Yes. Just a little disclaimer to
Yeah.
help.
Okay, guys. Did you used to get imaginary powers and then fight with your siblings?
No, please don't mention that. Like that.
Okay, you know how older generation used to fight WWE or UFC and etc. etc.
I used to think I was a WWE fighter with my brother.
That was, sorry for the swear, but those were good times. I also remember a time where we used to fight as Dragon Ball Z characters because that was like a really big part of my life while growing up. And yeah, we used to just run around doing this, doing that, doing that. Basically, yes, and it was really fun.
What was the first show you guys ever watched? Like fully watched and fully liked?
Darling.
Beyond the boundary.
Sorry, Cody, Nadesh, repeat yourself, please. Can you?
I said it's beyond the boundary.
It was Death Note. I think we already talked about this.
Yeah.
I watched it
For
on
me,
YouTube, but at the time I didn't know what's it called, anime. That website, our website, Kiss Anime. I didn't know it existed. So at the time I used to find, mirrored and like really low quality episodes of Death Note, and I binged it in about like 3 weeks. I had watched everything, and I there was like a much a spin-off, there was a little side movie to it or whatever it was, and I binged that as well. And yeah, Death Note, man, it's a really good anime to start with. A lot
Yeah.
of people start with
Yeah,
it.
I agree.
Actually, it's easy to get introduced to the world of anime through Death Note.
it is, but it's, in my opinion, it's kind of like a grim type of anime, so children should not watch that one as their first anime. I would recommend.
Anime in general can't be
Yeah,
watched by
yeah. I mean,
children.
have you ever heard of Assassination Classroom?
Oh man, I love that, but that can definitely not be watched by
There are
children.
a bunch of animes that I have watched, but I'm like trying not to mention on this podcast. People will hear it and they will research it. They will
Oops.
question my say. So yeah, the first anime I fully watched was Naruto, and Naruto Shippuden. There's like 2 seasons, kind of. It has like around 800 something episodes, and I watched in like 1 or 2 months. Yes, I was that obsessed with that thing. I have this like obsession. Like whenever I start something, I have to finish it. If I don't finish it, I won't be able to focus on something else. So yeah, basically like Naruto was the first anime I watched, and then there was Darling in the France. Yeah, guess.
I have something embarrassing to reveal. My very first anime was Vampire Knight.
No, shut up. I remember you telling me about that. I'm so sorry for you.
It's such a bad anime, but it was my very first one, so I thought it was like the best thing ever. But then, like after a few months or after a few, I don't know, like a year or so, I rewatched it and I realized just how bad it actually is. I'm sorry if there are any people that actually like it, but in my standards, it's really bad because
Truthfully speaking, there it depends on your perspective, you know.
yeah.
Personally, it's a bit too cringe.
Yeah,
No. But
it's very
Oh, speaking of cringe anime, have any of you ever heard of Hetalia?
I have never watched that, and I do not plan on watching it either.
yeah, same. I've heard a bit of it, but I've only heard bad things.
When I
So
was when I was in like year 5, I had a friend of mine who used to watch it daily, and she would always tell me, "Oh, like I would never understand them." She'd be talking about Italy, Germany. I'm like, well, "We were doing World War II, yo." She's like,
Yes, because the characters, I
"Yeah,
think they're
because
named
they're named
after
after
countries.
countries,
Yes,
right? And what's with
exactly.
are they like countries personified or like I don't know, man. I don't know. Haven't have none of you have seen it.
No.
nope,
No.
I wasn't planning on
Ma nissara
seeing it.
research project. After we finish this, go home and watch Italia.
I
I
mean, I think everyone is home right now, so
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
I don't
you know
think
what
I
I
can
mean.
watch an anime this suspicious. Judging by all three of your reactions, I'm gonna stay away from that one. But our viewers, you are more than welcome to watch it, you know. Follow Cody's advice, give it a watch, and let us know in the comments down below how you like it, okay?
totally, man.
Okay, guys,
Please,
I'm gonna cut this.
all of you, recommend an anime for people who are interested. What would you recommend for people who want to start out?
I would personally really recommend Fruits Basket. It's like
I'm
it's like
watching that right now.
it's so good. I only watched the first season, but it was the first anime I fully watched, and it was one of the animes that made me cry because it has a really like it's a simple but really good plot line, and even the art, even though the first season was done and like uploaded whatever in 2001, I believe. It's really good, and it's still like it's really cutesy and adorable. Like if anyone wants to just start off as something really simple or really like just chill and easy to understand, you can watch Fruits Basket.
Okay. For me, I would recommend Naruto, or if you guys are into romance anime, I would recommend Darling in the France. That's one of my favorite anime. Yeah, I guess those are the two animes I would recommend without being banned. What about you, Cody?
As far as recommendations, I think if you're new into anime, definitely you should start with a classic. Maybe not like Naruto or Dragon Ball, as they have 5,000 episodes and you'll never get that.
Christ.
Ma però a good anime to start with, maybe One Punch Man, something basic, not too convoluted. Death Note again, no, I can't sing its praise enough. It's really killer.
No, but
Death Note, One Punch Man, maybe Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That's an easy one to get into as well.
Nadesh?
Personally, I myself am very picky, even with animation. So if someone's like me, I would recommend starting off with either Tokyo Ghoul, only the first 2 seasons, and Attack on Titan. It's currently airing its last season right now, and from what I've heard, it's going really great. So I really recommend those 2.
Okay, I really love those 2 animes, but a fair warning, there's psychological traumas, torture.
yeah,
There's a lot of
do a
gore.
bit. Yeah, do a bit of research onto the animes you might
There's
watch.
a lot of gore in those animes as well, so just be careful about that, guys. I think, guys, we should end the podcast over here. Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds like a good episode to me.
And thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. And arresting and I think embarrassing stories. Yeah, send us those of yours. as well.
Yeah.
Yes,
Are-
we love interactions.
Yes.
If you don't
all
interact,
fast.
And you don't need to only send us
I'll track
embarrassing
you down.
stories.
You can just hit us up, chat, question us. We'll answer. Just have fun. Also,
Instead of sending us your embarrassing stories, send us your friends' embarrassing stories.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, please encourage other
mention
people
them.
as well.
I'm kidding, we won't. Yeah, guys, thank you very much, and have a good day.
Yes.
Bye.
Day.